Guys, and welcome to my channel. David was in Italy yesterday and he showed up for the CEO of GT Bank, who celebrated his 60th birthday. It was a beautiful event. I saw a comment that said, David, go perform for Bush. I was like, oh, timidity is bad. I mean, sometimes we really need to go outside our comfort zone to see what life looks like outside the country.
Day to share go while he cuts his cake. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, 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 hip. Happy birthday. Right now. When I say David, you say, oh, David. David. When I say David, you say, oh.
David is incredibly hardworking. We have David and the birthday boy digging it out on the dance floor. I think their energy is pretty much the same. Sometimes I wonder where David gets his strength from. As a GT user, I am super excited for our CEO. Looks like a lot of bank CEOs love to party.
When I say David, you say, oh, David. David. When I say David, you say, oh, David. David. You love the way you say
This show was actually booked by David's former lawyer, Bobo Ajudwa. It was actually the last show he booked before he fell out with David. David had to show up as part of his contract. I forgot to mention that Ubi was part of the trip. So guys, that's pretty much all from David, Ubi and co at the birthday party of Mr. Abaja, Shegun Abaja. Guys, let's talk about the latest from Sophia Momodu. This girl has actually, through her lawyers, wrote a 102 paragraph why David shouldn't have joint custody with her over Imade. And that made me laugh. Like, Sophia can't even hide her anger and jealousy anymore. Okay, you said David hasn't been in Imade's life since July 2022. You never denied him access to Imade. You just denied him access to your body. Okay, now he has said he wants to be in her life. And the same you is saying, no, I don't want him to be in her life. Guys, have you seen this level of manipulation before? See, I always say it too. I think Wizkid is the antidote for silly baby mamas. Like, Wizkid just knows how to treat this women. By the time that's Chipuru Congo, that small pin, that engine, 5 for being and 4 feet engine is done with you. Not be person go tell you self, say make you sit up. Like, I remember when Wizkid's baby mama was like, don't even give money, just be present, show up for your son. The man wasn't showing up. And there is David, who is willing to pay, who is willing to do anything just to be in the life of his daughter. And then Sophia is saying, oh, I don't want him to be part of her life. I'm going to do it alone. Guys, who does that? I would like to know. And I saw a comment that caught my attention. Someone said David needs to borrow hearts, that David should borrow a strong heart from Daddy Freeze and ignore Sophia Momodu. and Imade that he has other kids. He should show all the love to his other kids. When they grow up, they're going to like look for him. You get that? And I was like, I kind of understand, because I was so shocked that the children that the freeze always, does life with are actually his wife's children. Like, he practically sees them as his. That the freeze said he hasn't seen or heard from his children since his marriage ended. And the man is not, oh well, if he is bothered, he doesn't show it. But he's good. Maybe he believes that when the children get older, they will come in search of him. I feel like that's what a lot of people should do. Even someone like Dotu, Dibanji's former in-law, that has been begging, I want to see my girls, I want to see my daughter. They even relocated the children without informing him. Can you imagine that? Like, people are very unfair to a lot of, I don't know, Shab. I feel like no matter how you feel about your baby daddy, if he plays his role as a father, and he, like, for example, let's say for example, he doesn't do drugs before his kids, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't, like, show his kids all his vices. I think people should, parents or women should just set aside whatever feelings, sentiments and all that, and let these men be in the lives of their children. I believe God, who made it that two people will who made it possible for two people to create a child, also did that knowing fully well that these two people have their roles to play in the lives of the children. I don't think Sophia wants Imade to grow up having daddy issues. This girl probably has memories of her father, and I am Imade is a smart girl. I'm sure she often asks her mom, what of daddy? I wonder what that lady tells her. Because when she say, oh, your daddy doesn't care about you, or your daddy has married, I feel like Sophia is the definition of a scorned ex. Like, she is so pained. She doesn't even believe that. And the pain is sponsored by David's, the fact that David chose to be with Chioma. I know a lot of her fans will deny this, but that's the fact. That's the fact. She is not the only baby mama. Why is she being unnecessarily difficult? Like I said, the case is in court. The same you said you have never denied him access. So now he wants to have access to the child. You're now trying to say, oh, you can't have access to the child. What? I heard the next case will be on the 27th of July. So I'm super excited, and I really want to know how this case ends, because I don't believe any judge will let Sophia have full custody of Imade. Because if Sophia claims she is over David, why are you bothered about having a joint custody? Like, you can actually have a joint custody without even seeing David face to face. You can have someone in between, like her nanny. She goes there with a nanny. If David wants to travel with her, David can afford to fly her nanny with her. So with him and all that, I feel like David wants his children to be close. He wants them to bond with each other. He wants Imade to flow with her nieces and with her cousins and all that. And Sophia is denying her that, which is totally unfair, in my opinion. So, well, the gist why I bring you now. This should actually be a standalone vlog, but I said, look, I just run am here. Guys, I'm sorry I haven't been steady. Oh, God. I don't know why I'm just lazy. Like, I've been so lazy. Or rather, it's been a slow news week. Looks like David and Chioma stole the whole shine for last week and this week. Hopefully by tomorrow, I will be bringing you some fun weddings. Hopefully.